Hello, everyone. So, for this week's discussion board post, I chose to talk about scenario number one. This scenario discusses how Carol Johnson wishes to begin teaching her high school algebra class online. She has decided that she needs to consider meeting with the students at the beginning of the experience, as they've had no opportunities to work in an online environment before. What are some of the organizational factors that Carol must consider when preparing to teach at a distance? Well, firstly, I think that Mrs. Johnson's proposal to meet with the students at the beginning of this learning experience is a great idea. This follows the same line that Spector described in our text. The students need to realize that there is a big difference in online learning and traditional classroom learning. By Carol meeting with her students before beginning the new journey of an online experience, it provides her with the perfect opportunity to emphasize this difference to them and to explain that online learning is far more student-centered learning than a teacher-centered learning. She'll also have the chance to sit down face to face with her students and get to know them. I know for one of my previous online courses, our instructor actually required that we meet in an online virtual classroom for the very first meeting. So this helped ensure that all of his students in the course could become familiar with the online class format. Now, in Holder's presentation, he mentions how important it is for teachers to get to know their students at the beginning, because it'll help them determine what types of weaknesses and struggles they may have during the course. So, for Mrs. Johnson, this will give her the opportunity to see what a student-centered class that she has will feel about algebra and what type of help and assistance they may need throughout the math course. Now, with this information that Carol is able to gain from her meeting with her students, she can use it to help develop her course in the way that best fits her students. Just like any other course, there needs to be objectives and goals set. This type of groundwork should be laid out ahead of time and formatted to best fit a distant education learning course. Another factor that needs to be considered by Carol is the type of personality and excitement that she needs to bring to this algebra course online. Now, drawing off of my experience with completing my coursework here through Liberty University Online, one of my personal favorite aspects has been the way that my professors have always added their own personality, and they've made a connection when they post their weekly videos. Now, these videos can discuss what will be covered throughout the week in the class, and sometimes they even add in a spiritual message that ties in with the lesson. This was the perfect way for our instructors to not only add a touch of personality to the course, but to help us as the students feel more connected with them. Now, one of the last organizational factors that Carol must consider is that she, as the teacher, must already have a clear understanding of how to utilize the online learning technology and be comfortable using it. This is even more critical when you are teaching at a distant education course. This is an absolute must for her to run not only a successful class for herself, but her students as well.